Hello, everyone. I'm joined today by Christina Domino Philpott from Visit Anaheim and Director of Events. And she's going to talk to us a bit today about what Exhibit City News has referred to as the changing of the guard and what's happening in the events industry. And in this case, with an emphasis on sustainability and how this changing of the guard is driving change in the way we all collectively manage our events to be much more sustainable. It's my hope that as a result of this discussion today, it prompts some meaningful discussion by yourselves and brings about some self reflection into your perspective on the challenges, the opportunities, potential changes required to promote sustainability in the events sector. So, Christina, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Glenn. Excited to be here. Really appreciate it.
Super. So, to start off, just a basic overview question of sustainability and what does it mean to you in the context of the events industry?
Well, every day in the world of Visit Anaheim and Christina is Earth Day. So I'll say that in the context of events, the impact I think we have on events is both environment and humanity. So as event professionals, I believe we have a responsibility to have a look at how our programs are affecting the environment, and then also the social engagement, making sure we're creating a space of belonging for everyone.
Great. And do you feel empowered, if you will, to influence sustainable decisions? I guess within certainly Visit Anaheim, but then as well within the venues that are there and with the organizers that come to you looking to hold events?
Yes, absolutely. Visit Anaheim specifically is a remarkable forward-thinking organization. We're on a fast track in terms of both internal growth and outward trajectory, and we're naming this our golden decade. So we've got a lot of exciting events coming to celebrate here in Anaheim. So I definitely see a lot of potential to create a sustainable path for our trade shows and events. We've got an incredible opportunity to also share that message with our partners and clients. We're already seeing it. There is a trend here, and folks that are coming in to have their convention, we are getting asked that question. So it's been great to showcase what we have to offer.
Great. And but full disclosure, right? I mean, for our audience today, they would not know until we just now tell them that you were at Visit Anaheim and then you left to join the supply side at Skyline and now you're back at Anaheim. You do have a history there and a good understanding of that market.
Absolutely, yeah. And specifically to the trade show sector, I think there's been a very noticeable shift in sustainability from where I came from working at Skyline. Been seeing it there and also here with what we're doing in Anaheim, but it's it comes from the event planners. I think when we're asking for it, there becomes a need, and the suppliers are there to fulfill those needs with solutions. So it's definitely being looked at from both
Okay.
sides.
So do you think sustainability trends will shape the future of events and in what ways?
I do think we'll have a greater shift in awareness and meaningful change. I recognize the efforts that are already being done in Anaheim, specifically with our convention center being LEED certified. Our neighboring hotels are also providing their own sustainable pledges. So again, I think in the trade show circuit, many fabrication suppliers are focusing on those sustainable materials and offering solutions, but to drive more practices, sustainable practices, us as event planners need to continue asking for it. In the trade show sector, trade show organizers also have an opportunity to provide those requirements. Maybe even, I mean, it starts as a suggestion, right? It's always education first and awareness. And I think if we continue down that path and just giving suggestions, there's impactful roles that we have to make sustainability a priority.
Great. And obviously you're in California and there's a lot being said now. I guess I'm forgetting the numbers, but 253 and I think 261 are the Senate bills that were
Mhm.
passed. And are you seeing any impact there as it is you're in California?
Yeah, we'll definitely see more, I believe, with this, and it will require more of us to fulfill that for our clients now that they're going to be required to showcase what's being done. So I think Yes, we'll have to do it internally. My point of view is also an event planner, so I'm coming at it from both sides. We're
Mm.
supplier and planner, but I think there's going to be definitely more changes coming. I think making it simpler and laying out the options and maybe just giving everybody a place to start. IMEX is doing a great job with this as the leading meeting
Hmm.
industry trade show. They have done this over the last few years. I see it really picking up where they're making suggestions to have a sustainable pledge for their exhibitors. And they're giving maybe 10, 12 ideas, and you pull at least four, I think it's three or four of those to then take the pledge. So I think starting small, giving everybody a little bit of where to start, and then carrying on from there, giving that awareness and education.
Okay. So, as that as a backdrop, given that change is being driven within the state of California, what policies or changes would you like to see in the events industry to foster sustainability in the longer term?
Again, awareness education. Earlier this year, I received my certification in sustainability strategies from Stanford University Graduate School of Business. So that was just nice to get my eyes open to what opportunities are out there, what others are already doing. And this particular program had about 1,300 of us worldwide, many of them whom are event planners in their own organizations in sustainability roles that are making these changes in scope one, two, and three emissions. So having guidance in this way internally for the organizations to then spill into events is definitely the route that will eventually need to go. But in the short term, any sort of education, MPI offers a sustainability event strategist certificate that's actually geared directly towards providing sustainable events. I've heard it's great. So that's one. And then just finding communities wherever you can. If there's I've seen many webinars and working with you too, Glenn, seeing other trade shows and events that are talking about it and just getting more educated.
That's great. I didn't realize that work that you did with that certificate. I likewise, although I'm on the East Coast, in my case in New England, so I'm at the University of New Hampshire, and my certificate class is just specifically on scope three. Yes, scopes one and two also, but it's all about carbon emissions calculating. And I'm focusing on the events industry. No, the University of New Hampshire is focused primarily on universities, and they have a wonderful tool, but it's more on, again, focusing on the carbon emissions calculations in my case for the events industry. I guess my last question, again, coming back to Exhibit City News and this concept of the changing of the guard. And so I would presume you've had mentors in the past and that there are people who are supporting the concept of sustainability in the upper echelons of the organization. Let's say the old guard, if we're talking about changing to a new guard. Could you just comment on that? Do you have the support? Would you like to see, or do you have any recommendations to make to people who are in a role similar to you as to how to get that support?
I think that's a great question. I would say just asking to have a seat at the table is important. And again, just educating yourself on what else is out there, finding that community, what everybody else is seeing and doing, getting ideas, be coming to the floor with ideas. Hey, this is a place to start. Let's just look at these three options, and they're not going to cost us anymore. It's economically impactful as well as sustainable, and just start trying things, giving solutions that maybe someone else hasn't thought of. So certainly in the trade show sector, there's a lot of that with fabrication. You can start looking at there's suppliers out there that are offering eco-friendly options. And same with event suppliers from hotel to restaurant or wherever you're holding your event. Most of them will have hopefully some options for you. And if not, ask for it. Let's just keep this conversation going because that's how it's going to change is saying, I've had 10 people ask me for this and we don't have it. We got to create something.
Yep, got it. Well, thank you very much, Christina. I hope that this does, as I said earlier on, prompt some thought by people who view the video and that they may reach out to you and ask for some advice or some help or form a network. I think that'd be all great. So again, appreciate you taking the time to do this today. And I look forward to seeing you at a future event, which I'm sure will be coming up soon.